what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Well, what can we say? It is round 3 of the Syrup Cup. We are going to do the good old Dundash. Should be fun. And yeah, just 2 races left in the series. Hey, Silver Comet. And we will know who reigns supreme in the GC. Let's see where we can ride a bike today before. Make sure I'm on the right bike. Still working on the Zwift Arrow. And we got probably just over half an hour before the race officially starts. We're going to be testing out some things, I think, later this week. Going to mess around with a new setup. I'm not sure if that's what we're going to do moving forward. I haven't got it 100% set up yet. But it does allow us to expand on sort of the camera base, which would be not a bad thing, I think, at the end of the day. So we'll see. I haven't decided yet how we're gonna approach this in its entirety. Like anything, lots of moving parts. And that's the crazy thing. Like, I've been streaming a long time now. I'm on the Wahoo version 4. So I've got my gravel bike on that. It's I mean, it's probably got like 50,000 kilometers on it, this trainer. I switched to the Jet Black for 2 weeks. Found it not as stable, and then it was making a horrible click that I could feel through the pedals. At first I thought, well, maybe it's my bottom bracket's finally gone on the bike, which it hasn't. And then I thought, you know, maybe it's the Zwift cog, but it was a click in the trainer, so it went back, and that was kind of the end of that. So I don't know. And then I just kind of relinquished the fact that I'll just be on this. I mean, this isn't perfect because I don't index the bike to the trainer fully, which is somewhat of a mistake. But it just, when I throw on my wheels, either wheel set, they're perfectly indexed for that, so I don't want to be monkeying around. I would rather have bad indexing on the trainer than bad indexing on my wheels. Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, you know, Wahoo and Zwift, they've just been kind of ignoring Canada, I guess, is what it is. That's just going to leave the market open for other brands to kind of come in and be competitive. I know that the bike shop here just had a sale on the Van Rysel trainers. So the D100 is kind of their basement model, very inexpensive. Only, I think it does up to 500-600 watts, which isn't terribly a lot. And then they're kind of like core model, which is made it cheaper than the Jet Black. Their D500, it's the core, the Jet Black, the D500. They're all, I would say, relatively similar in nature with a Zwift cog. And yeah, it's good. I picked up the Kicker version 6, cheap, a lot smoother than the core. Yeah, I mean, version 6 is basically the updated version of what I'm on now, which is good. It definitely, it's definitely a lot more stable than the core. Or in my case, the Jet Black. I found when I was sprinting, when I started, putting some muscle into it, I was hopping that trainer. So I was kind of worried. I had actually put a sandbag on the leg at one point because I was worried that I was gonna basically send it. And that's just how that kind of thing goes. But at some point, anyways, the Van Rysel has a trainer above, which kind of piqued my interest. It is cheaper than the Wahoo version 6, which I suspect the 7's probably coming soon enough. It only makes sense that they would update kind of their premium model. Breezy. And that thing does up to 2,500 watts. Not that I need a 2,500 watt trainer, but it does. So, hey, Miguel. Yeah, it's dumbbells will work, anything. I like the sandbag because, I have sandbags from photography to hold down things like light stands and counterbalance things. So, they're less damaging and they sit there and they're not clunky, I guess. But yeah, anything weight-wise, you can definitely use dumbbells. I have kettlebells laying around, whatever works. Whatever works. Like I said, the nice thing about the sandbag is that, and I'll even show you, typical photography sandbag. Like I said, these things are just laying around here in the studio. But number one, they are striped so you can see them, but they just kind of go over top, so the weight gets distributed on either side of whatever they're sitting on. Just helps keep things steady. And they're not all necessarily sand. We have some that are lead shot. So the lead shot ones are, they're solid. They weigh a ton. It's a workout and alone moving those around when you got to do remote stuff. And that's what you have them for, so things don't blow over. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, so I'm going to try and experiment on Thursday with a new stream format, with a new stream setup. I've just been kind of working on stuff and then switching stuff back and and keeping it relatively as clean as possible. So I'm going to do that, I think, on Thursday to see how it goes. And then we'll go from there. I mean, like anything, there's give and take. You know, if you use OBS, you get certain things. You don't get other things that OBS has. If you use Meld, there are certain things. You don't get other things. What I'm potentially going to do here, again, we'll change some things. But I think overall quality, specifically audio, will hopefully be better. Oh, nice. I saw you're a category, you signed up for the category down, Joshua. And then on the note of the races as well, since I'm yammering on, like tradition, is that February Syrup Cup is all set, ready to, well, it's rolled out. I will be posting the links here probably in the next day or two, officially. But that is all set up, which is good. So there will be round 2 of the Syrup Cup in February for everybody. Oh man, that is dragging. I feel bad for you, Pete, like, because that thing's dragged on for you. I know a couple people have been really kind of battling to get through whatever's been going around. Not fun. It's never fun. And it's always frustrating as a rider. Yeah, it's all you can wish for anybody, Breezy, is that everybody has kind of like their full health. And if you're racing ZRL, the recon video is out for this week's and next week's, because I apparently can't read the days of the week and publish the video a day early, but that's good. Like I said, members usually get to watch it the moment that I upload it, so they get it like almost a week ahead. And then everybody else gets it on the Tuesday. It gets released the same day as the race for the next week. That's my group. Maybe I'll just, yeah, I mean, there's I think 6 or 7. Miguel's group is big this week. The big boys categories has the most racers, which is awesome to see. Well, I'll definitely make it more competitive / entertaining for you. I know. Dundash does have a climb at the end, Joshua. I'm trying to mix these in a way that there's a stage for everybody during the series. Very clearly, well, yeah, we don't have an advanced category, Pete. Someday we might, I don't know. Or we might have to widen them out. We'll figure that out. Growing pains. Still learning lots. Yeah, I wanted to kind of cater to the lower categories and have it more equally spread throughout, and I just thought that as a rider base. Yeah, I may do that going forward. Hey, Riz. Yeah, 510 to 1,000 is a huge range. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And we'll see based on kind of what other people do. Like, we may shift things slightly just because the bottom D category or E category is largely unpopulated sometimes. I'm not even sure what this week looks like in terms of, I took a look earlier. I've been having weird connection issues with everything. Yeah, so there's only 1 and 0 to 160. So basically I can eliminate that, make it 0 to 270, 270, 390, 390, 510, 510, 750, and then go up. Or make us like compress the middle groups a bit, I don't know. I don't know how many guys are hanging on that 750 plus. I mean, I guess I should just poke my nose around and see what's what at the end of the day. It doesn't matter, TJ, how you categorize things. There's going to be issues and there's going to be ways to massage things. You know, categories work well for people that are constantly participating. But if it's not constant participation, there's a lot of stuff that can go on. I mean, it's virtual as well is kind of the thing. I don't think it's bad at the end of the day. Could it be better? Sure. You know, in setting up categories, you can, like with this series that we're doing here, like I set all the numbers. I asked Zwift to set up the categories the way that I wanted them. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's so There's so much stuff. You know, like ZRL. ZRL is all old categories at the end of the day. So I don't know. It's and I usually get my teeth kicked in that, and I'm not at the top of C, but I'm not exactly at the bottom of C either. Yeah, it depends where you land. Like, that's the thing with categories. It's if you land at the top of a points or a scoring thing, if you're right in that, on the edge of it, on the top end of it, it's going to be good for you. If you're not, it's not going to be good for you. That's just how it is. The thing is with the old categories, and we used to see this a lot with, well, when I used to race, like, I would go on huge streaks because my power wasn't necessarily better. I could just, you know, sit in there and do what I had to do, and typically the results came. And there was no danger of me going up ever, because it's not like my power was substantially getting better. The difference is, it's like, much like the category system in real racing, in real life, if you go out and you start smashing everybody in Cat 5, you're not staying in Cat 5. You're gonna get moved to 4. And if you smash everybody there, you get moved to 3. And if you do it again, you go move to 2. And then at some point, you're probably gonna get you're gonna get smashed in that thing, and that's gonna be the category you stay. Yeah, the velo sites and the system, like I said, any system has its flaws. It works well for people that consistently race. The thing is like, most people are on here are doing it, for lack of a better term, for fun. But there's no license system, there's no anything like that, there's no real verification unless you get into like ZRL. Like, I've had to weigh in for ZRL before. That's just how it is. You know, some series have to have you weigh in beforehand. Like, there's so many different factors. I mean, truth of the matter is like, don't get me wrong, we all like to win. That's human nature. But equally important, if you're doing this for training purposes and stuff, is that you work, right? I mean, like when I went from, a long time ago, when I went from D to C, I could sit in the D race quite comfortably and just do whatever I wanted, basically, and then push it when I had to. Now, it wasn't difficult, and I found myself getting lazy. And then when I got into C was a rude awakening. And it took me a bit to kind of settle in and find my place in C. And last year I went on a massive streak as well. I mean, part of it too is race selection, which a lot of people don't talk about necessarily. I can pick races and series that I will do well in. And it's definitely, whoever's in the pen with you will change that. I mean, if you go select a big European race, the outcome might be very, very different than if you pick like a off-hour race with 5-6 people. The outcome becomes very, very different. Waited for ZRL and FRL. Yeah. Yeah, winning is great, but just is still the goal, not getting dropped. Yeah, and that's the thing is that effort will push you though, and even if you get dropped, I mean, just like anything else, it's like you got to find your people, right? Or you got to find that gear, or you got to latch back on, or you got to fight your way back, or you got to just like hook up with the next group and push on. It's you know, real world, like I said, you know, Ryan way past fast. I ride with him, and I know every ride that I go with him, I am going to get dropped at some point. And you know, we'll go out and I'll be doing basically close to my FTP, holding that in the first hour, right? And I know I'm gonna blow up, but I do it anyways because it helps. It makes me stronger. So, I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do things. Cycling should be, in all honesty, if you compare it to the real world, it should be very difficult to win races consistently, unless you are the best of the best, unless you're Matthew Van Der Poel and racing cross, where you're just that much better than everybody. Like, and then even somebody's gonna come up and beat him at some point. All right. Good stuff. This will be fun. It'll be fun. I said, it's been a fun series. Breezy is still in the GC here. Last week was a very tight finish between, Jail is in the GC. Last week was a very tight finish. Breezy took the win. MK and Jail, like, very close. MK, in fact, I think he got kind of nipped at the line. Like, it was tremendously close. I suspect this week will be interesting because there is a bit of a climb on the end. I don't know how that's going to play out. Not a stage for me. At the end of the day, not my style of race. Yeah, those snow races are brutal, TJ. It's, you know, and the couple races there, like, Wood had problems. He had some mechanicals the race prior. I think he had like 2 flat tires. That race in particular too, he had some issues and then fought back and then slid out. It just happens. He's back on the bike. He did, trying to remember what he did. I saw his Strava stuff. Woot's one of those guys that actually puts his stuff on Strava. So he's out riding again. It's not really slowed him down. All right, Miguel, best of luck. But it's not an easy race. It is a short race, but it is not an easy race. Is my heart rate monitor not working, or is that just... There we go. Don't want it to get DQ'd from Zwift Power. It's also nice to see Bad Decisions back. Mr. Mike Bad Decisions Bell back in the pen. Ugh. Ugh. Good old bottle toss. Seen a couple. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. This is also true. I had to put at least one climb in. We had all crit races. I don't know. I don't know if it's much of a series like that. Next month's a bit bumpy too. And like I said, I'll put that in the Discord. What the series is. But it'll be fun. So we got Breezy, Ethan, myself, Mike Bad Decisions Bell, Mr. Alvarez, Mr. Hardwick, and Mr. Hulse, who's come up a category, which is awesome. Best of luck to you as well, Ethan. You'll do fine, Joshua. I mean, the first part of this course is all right because it's kind of downhill. If you haven't done so already, please smash that like button. Can't help but notice, but Breezy's got that big disc wheel. Jill's making a break for it. It's a pretty safe bet, Silver.
All right, JD, this one's for you. Go JD, go JD. Fill this piano with some TNT. Go JD, go JD. Everybody now, come on. Go JD, go JD. Fill this piano with some TNT.
Nice work, Breezy. Nicely done, Jail. Nicely done. Nicely done, boys. Nicely done, gents. So nothing's unchanged, GC. That's still Jail. Alvarez will move up a little bit, as will Breezy. In fact, Breezy might move up a place or two. Ethan will also probably move up. And I shall move down. Nicely done, Miguel. I was gonna say, you gotta get those free kilometers on the downhill. Oh, nice. That was nicely done, Jail. You and Alvarez did a good job. Watch that break get longer and longer. And by the time we hit the base, it was 30 seconds. And Breezy, you did an excellent job for having big disc wheels on. I'm like, I wasn't sure what the plan was with that, but that leaves us one race to go. So we got one final race to decide the GC. I don't know. I don't know if anybody can take it from Jail. Jail's just been taking all the podiums. He's took the bonus points today. I mean, I would say you're in a pretty good spot, Jail, overall. Break away from the downhill. I did stage 3 today earlier, ultra popular. It's the time to race though, big group. Like, that's the thing with European prime time, even with, even if you don't win it, I mean, you can get a great time. Color coordination, fair enough. Not for performance, just for style. How'd you find it, Joshua? You did good, man. Like, you were there. Usually find a way to mess it up. Yeah, and there's something to be said for that, to be honest, like getting a good group of people, like if you got people that'll like hold you right on your kind of edge, but not like blow you up, those are the perfect rides. It doesn't matter what place you're in. Nice. 2-a-days. I'm nowhere near a 2-day program yet. Well, Jail knows what he needs to do to keep. Jail's just making it easy for himself. See, Jail will be in a position now that anybody who wants to take it, he just has to follow. ZRL question, is the bike switching worth it? No. Short answer, no. If you're in contention for anything, like if you're in the front group, you'll lose 15, 20 seconds on the bike swap. You will gain maybe 20 seconds back on the climb. So you'll be ahead, and then you've got the dirt downhill, which to be honest, I don't have calculated in there because the last time we did this race in the ZRL, the finish was the KOM. So it became a viable kind of option thing. It's like switch and do it, and then you start clawing people back. But the problem is the road, it's a road finish on a fast piece of road. So no, but I mean, if you are mid-pack and it's late race and you're by yourself, you know, it could be worth it. Oh, you didn't miss much, Gordon. Late betting continues well after the race. Oh yeah, it's way slower. It's so it's twice as fast on a gravel bike on the dirt than it is the road bike. But on the tarmac, you're half as fast. So I don't know, and like a third of that course is dirt. So. Whew. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race tomorrow. I don't have high expectations for myself. You may see me swap bikes. So never want to hear something about me leaving. You know, it's funny, I started it and it should have shut down, but who knows? Like I said, see, the bot's telling everybody it's open still. That's hilarious. What's the deal going on there? Everybody wins. Yeah, I think the CDA for the wheels is like double. So it's something like, I think it's on tarmac, the gravel bike has like, I think it is actually 77. It might be 72, but it's like 72 watts to overcome the rolling resistance of the wheels. Whereas road bikes on Zwift, it's like, I think it's like 32 watts. So it's a significant difference. The big difference is gravel. The rolling resistance is much different. Being a climb, it compounds it even more for a lot of people. Because you're gonna lose like, I think it's kind of like the opposite way. It's like, you lose like 87 watts or 77 watts on the road bike to rolling resistance on dirt to like, I want to say like 42. Zwift Insider just put an article out on it today. It was updated last year. Gravel bikes used to be far superior than road bikes, and then they changed it, and then they were almost equal, which made gravel bikes redundant. And now they've switched it where there is a significant difference. So like I said, I mean, depends where you are in the race. If you're in the front group looking for the podium, you're in the big group and you hit the climb, it's not worth switching because you're not going to gain anything there. It might be a difference if you are dropped from the big group, you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, and you're going to start picking off people, it might make a difference. But then you still have that, like I said, very fast road section towards the finish. Oh, you did great, Mike. It was good to see you. You were pushing, which is good. It's good to have you back, my man. It's good to see that pink jersey among us. And this is a Mike kind of course too. When you guys started going on the climb, I'm like, not today. Not today. Not for me. In all honesty, I'm trying to save a little, like I'm gonna get crushed tomorrow, but I'm trying to save a little bit of legs. Yeah, it always, and you got to get back on the bike. It's always nice to do that, and there's a little bit of that struggle that when you first come back. Abby, you hung in there. You finished before I did, man. Like, and that's, you know, like, the funny thing is, Mike, with these races, because everybody is so known to each other, it's like there is some strategy in those things. Like, I mean, when we came out of town there, and then Jail tried his first little push, and everybody caught up, and I was tail gunning a bit. That's why I pushed through, because I knew everybody was just going to slow down. So I just kind of like, wow. Yeah, I mean, I was doing the same thing last week. I just kind of push pace and settle back in, and I mean, in all honesty, I wasn't trying to drop any of you guys. I was just trying to, like I said, I was just playing little games, because that moment, right, coming down out of the town towards the roundabout, Jail goes, right? If you want to talk about like pure racing strategy, he goes, he gets caught. So what Jail's going to do, he's going to slow down, because he's put his effort in. He now needs to recover. So when you're playing games like that, right, and this is what racing is, that is your counterattack time, because nobody wants to go. And that's how you create breaks, or shatter the field, or whatever, is you just go, right? Except normally you don't roll through like I did at like 250 watts. It's like you put in a big effort and you go, and you make people chase. I know, Alex, I'm not going hard, it's just, I'm just slow rolling. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, that's good. That's good. It's, like I said with these races, I kind of focused on having lower categories, because I want it to be like friendly for the lower cat guys. Because lower cats, sometimes they get, like, especially I think D cat and lower C cat, it gets tough at times. Like, I know Joshua jumped up a level here because there was nobody in his, which was awesome. I mean, really, at the end of the day, you know, it's if you're going to be riding, I guess, you know, against yourself, may as well have some people as well and get pushed a little bit, and then you can just finish the race as you see fit, or you surprise yourself and really kind of jump in there. Yeah, I mean, it's, I think that there's like a pattern to Zwift. Like, it's go hard out of the start, and then there's like the soft gooey bit in the middle where it's just kind of like you go but you don't really go. Couple spots maybe people will push, but there's no concerted effort to doing that. The only problem, like the first Syrup Cup race that we had was a mass start by accident. It wasn't supposed to be. The only problem with that is that we were unable to identify riders, and it just made it like such a brutal thing, because in all honesty, we didn't even know that we were mass started until it clicked in. Like I was seeing Miguel and a couple other people that I know were higher categories, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. So it became a difficult race, and it becomes difficult to judge where you actually are. I mean, I won that race in the sprint, but I wouldn't have known it going into it. It's, but I mean, for longer races, this next one, so one of the races is downtown Dolphin. I put it at 12 laps. I had thought about up to 15, making them kind of longer races. I think you start to see more tactics the longer races go. The other ones I kept at 2. I thought about making them 3, like the first one's Innsbrucking. I thought about making it a 3-lapper. I thought about making them some longer kind of races. I know this one was short and like climby, but like I said, I kind of want to mix. And your guys' feedback that are racing this is ultra important to make it a good raceable series, in the sense that what you enjoy, I mean, hopefully it will grow. At the moment we have one time slot, which is this one. I don't know if we'll ever expand beyond that. I know some people have asked, but you know, I want the races to be well enough populated that you're racing against a good few people. And ideally, you know, I want it to be like a local race on Zwift, in the sense that everybody who raced today knows each other. And I think there's some good stuff for that, that makes it intercompetitive, that you know, you can try some different things. You know, like I said, we all expect certain people to do certain things. I am very predictable, but you know, sometimes I like to do unpredictable things. That might be a thing too. It's not a bad idea. I know that there's also a suggestion for like one day being like a tiny race series. So we have 4 weeks in a month pretty much. We have like a standard crit race. We have a longer race. We have 4 tiny-ish races. And then we have basically, like Miguel's maybe suggesting, a grand finale. We'll figure it out as we go. It would be, Alex. It's and like I said, I mean, we'll eventually get there. Like the one thing I always try to keep in mind when I'm doing things is, number one, I'm a one-man show. It's just me. I want to make sure that anything that I do is sustainable. That we can continue to do it. So like this series works because I always stream on Monday. I've missed, I think, 1 stream in the last 4 or 5 years. And that was just because it was a holiday day and whatever. And I was getting ready for the PRL. So I took the day off, which, you know, that's just kind of how that is. So being a day that I race normally, it's sustainable. I'm able to see what's going on. I'm not just seeing results and that, but I mean, like I said, as things sort of evolve and grow, we'll see what's what. Like I said, I'm going to run hopefully a test on Thursday this week when I do the Rhino crits. It's going to be a different stream in a sense. and that I'm using something completely different. For those of you who've been around for a long time know I started with OBS. I currently use Meld. I'm doing something completely different because there's some things I want to do, and we're just kind of testing some stuff out. I would really, at some point, like to podcast again. I had, you know, we had the podcast going for a long time. I enjoy podcasting. It's just a matter of finding somebody that wants to commit to a podcast and, you know, go from there. And again, these are all time commitment things and all that kind of stuff. And then it's, you know, fixing the time, riding on the bike. You know, we've got the training program going. We're probably going to commit to a full season of CX this year, which is going to be entertaining, to say the least. Probably means my Monday races are going to suffer because CX is always Saturday, Sunday. So we'll just load up on that, which means probably in the fall I will dump ZRL if I do that, just because it'll be too much 4 races in a row, especially with CX. CX is so punchy. It's like, you know, it's I will say this, like, I had so much fun doing my CX race this year, but I was doing like full-on sprints way too much. Tiny Styles would be good. Is that the guy who just stays in the draft and everyone else? I do that. That sounds like somebody I would know. These Silver Cups races have been great for me. Racing against stronger riders in a race where I can't hide in the draft is perfect. That's good. You've been doing great, Ethan. You've been doing great. You know, and they'll change. They'll, as they grow, they will change. I mean, like I said, I have a great fun racing you guys. Like, when we were doing Ruby Tuesday, like, I really enjoyed those races. I probably need to do a Ruby session at some point here. Get back on that. I think I'm going to do a big group event at some point. We'll figure it out. But it's all good. There's always room to hide in the draft at the end of the day. Hey, KD. Good to see you, my man. Speaking of which, thank you, KD, for being a member of the channel. For all of you guys that have grabbed memberships, I appreciate that. I'm glad it's set up. I think with one more, it'll start to put everybody's tiles at the top of my homepage. So, who knows? They'll either happen or it won't. But even so, we do give out, we're giving them out for this month. We give out 10 memberships every month. Just gives you some stuff and gives you early access pretty much to the ZRL stuff as soon as it's published at the end of the day. But yeah, we're just going to continue to kind of work on things and massage this series into something good and take it from there. We're doing all right, man. We're doing all right. We're just kind of putting on a couple K on the bike, making sure we're good and open for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be nuts. Well, you guys put in some good time today. Like, I said, I don't know if jail's catchable at this point. There's a Clyde kicker reverse. What? Is this a segment now? When did this become a segment? Nice. Nice, KD. When did Clyde kicker reverse become a segment? Or has it always been a segment? I don't think it has been. It has? See, that's how much I pay attention. I just don't see that as... It's a weird segment, too. Alex says must have been with this new update. Okay, so it's not just me. Oh, and I clearly don't race this enough. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, KD. You got Ruby. You still ride, that's what matters at the end of the day. Oh, and I have that problem too, Alex. I definitely... You couldn't, that was added later. I know that for a fact. Because when the Glasgow crit reverse became a thing, I know that was a big deal, but it's likely I don't know because it's never been a ZRL race. And therefore the segment is unimportant until that point. It's quite possible that, like I said, that I don't even notice because it doesn't matter. Like, a lot of these segments, they don't matter when you're just racing laps or you're racing a thing. Yeah, it's probably been a while because I don't think I've done it backwards in a while. And I've definitely not done a race where there's any kind of, points for it. Like I haven't done a ZRL. Like I kind of, so this is going back to wish list kind of stuff. I wish there was a way, now I know Zwift Power has preems, but I wish there was a way to have preems built into the race so you could see them immediately and that they would be added into the results. So if we did like a Glasgow reverse or Glasgow forward, that you could make the KOM a preem. Same thing when you're racing Dolphin. If you could make that a preem every lap or every 5 laps, where it's going to cause people to really kind of go off. I think there's a bonus for that. I know Indy Velo had something like that for when I was playing on that. They had the velodrome and they would have preems every 5 laps. So you'd kind of like whip around and then you know, lap 5, it starts getting fast because people are going after the time points, or they would go after points overall. Like they'd have actual points races, which were kind of cool. DRL was horrible around here last season, yeah. Wish for elevation as well as distance in the Zwifters nearby section. Can you get that in the... I haven't set up sauce completely. I have mine set up. My big thing is I have people's heart rate, which is a big one. So I can watch everybody's heart rate. Cheers, Mike. Great to have you back, my man. Great to have you back. Heart rate is the big thing that I have kicking around, so I can kind of monitor that. And then the other thing is basically the power up, how much is left. So when somebody triggers a power up, I can see how much time their power up has before it switches off, which is really good for counterattacks. I don't even put distance on my Zwifters nearby for sauce. I just put the time. At the end of the day. What else do I have? Teams, which is important for ZRL. And that's about it. I'm sure there's more that I can add in. I just have to play around with it. And as I said, I've been playing around with some other things. We're going to try to run that Thursday. Hopefully that's not a disaster, but we'll see. That's what testing's for. Faster laptop, yeah, it's... You can also just do it on your phone, man. Like, say what you will, like, Zwift runs on iPads and iPhones and all that kind of stuff. All right, we will see you Thursday, Gordon. Have a good sleep, my man. No, that's on the, I have Sauce, which is the add-on kind of thing where I have a bunch of widgets. That's where I get the, if you notice the gaps beside the riders nearby, that's where I draw that information from. So I can see how far ahead somebody is grouping wise. They have a ton of stuff. I've done full custom layouts of Zwift. If you look at some of my older videos, I have like full on no Zwift HUD, but just Sauce HUD. It's has some really good information. It has some really good stuff if you do ladder racing. As well, it's like, I have information like on Dundash here, like I had total distance. I could see how much distance is remaining. I could see total elevation remaining, all that kind of stuff. And as well as like what segment I'm on and what my best time for that is. So, I mean, there is a ton of stuff. And I mean, Sauce is like, it's like $3 a month or something like that. It's very versatile. Most people that race have it. For the very reason of just having the draft numbers. Now, the draft numbers aren't necessarily very accurate, but before Zwift added in the draft bar, that's how everybody knew they were in the draft, was utilizing, they have a draft gauge, which is extremely helpful for tail gunning and riding in the draft and saving energy and racing efficiently. I mean, it's probably one of the key things to kind of keep in mind, although that now they've got that draft gauge, I don't know it's so important. I mean, you kind of know where you should be and how that bar should look. It's the same thing. Like I said, I don't care necessarily how many watts I'm saving. I just need to know that I'm there. Because I mean, just that guy that I just passed, it was like a whole 3 watts of savings. Oh, nice, KD. So this guy here, it's like 4, 5, and then 0. Like that's your big wattage saving at the end of the day. But that's good. An hour on the bike. Feel good. Hopefully feel good tomorrow for ZRL. And we'll catch you guys then. If not, I will see you on Thursday for some crit racing. Congratulations to Jail on winning today's race. And we'll see. Can he hold on to the GC? I will post some races in the Discord in the next day or two once we get that sorted out completely. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button. Until next time, see ya.